Good day, folks. Welcome to our international podcast. Below the belt, who vex lose? Who vex vex? We're so happy, we're so privileged that you wonderful folks are here with us. Oh, what a morning. It's been our hectic morning trying to realign some systems, folks. We wanted to be with you in the morning program, FYI. We were set, sitting at a table, coffee's drawn, and systems just wouldn't work. Isn't that so, Twitter?
Okay,
Am I
sure.
am I saying it? Am I
Hey,
saying it
hey
how
guys.
how you told me to say
I
it?
instructed a little differently, but we can live with
Folks,
this.
Judith is here with us. A very good afternoon. Each and every one of you. We have missed you, folks, but we've been working at the back end to try to resolve that little technical glitch we had this morning. Still working on it, but we outside. We out here.
Sharon is. I tell if you're not a plumber, don't do plumbing
Yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
Now you tell me.
So,
Now you're telling me in you. Stick to what you know.
what's going on,
Folks, our
guys?
apologies. How is it out there, Leslie Charles
Mm.
and June Mona? Julian Armstrong, going to see Julian and Jackie Beard, Yolanda Thomas, Isabella Butters, Gilali Cock, Seymour George. How you folks doing? What's for lunch?
I never knew people miss us so much
Lest we forget.
until we missed this morning's program. My God, Sharon.
Yeah,
The phone is like just heating up.
yeah,
People are
yeah,
just calling, messaging. What's going on? You guys not here? Someone told me,
yeah,
this morning is so empty without you.
yeah, yeah. Folks, we saw some prices at Florida this morning. We're still trying to
Yeah,
recover.
I didn't catch
That's what
myself.
really matters. Is that was the prices?
The prices
Yeah,
had
no, no,
us
you got to
by.
say it befitting the prices. Prices is the prices, right? If you see the prices
Uh,
of some things, folks, uh-uh,
it's different.
very much so.
Mm. It's
Very
not
much
for
so.
us. So you listen. When you see a certain pricing, it's somebody's very decent, polite way of saying you're not welcome here.
Yeah.
So,
Don't come about yet, sir.
you're not welcome here.
Just tell me the man.
Just say it.
Just tell
It's
me.
that's their way of saying it. Actually, this is
Just tell me.
not for you. Stay in your lane.
Yeah. You understand.
Guyanese. You guys know how it goes. You can come up with Give me the other wordings for that. That's what they're saying. Not your table, not your part of the menu. Stay in your
This is
lane.
not your cup of
You
tea.
know.
This is not your steak.
Remember you're broke. Remember you're broke.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah.
you're surviving on minimum wage. You know.
Yeah,
Remember that's only 7% you get since the people come in power.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember price inflation. Remember rents going through the roof.
Yeah.
That's
Just
what the people mean. Stay
go
in
and
your
stand and
lane,
collect your sugar.
right?
We play we big. We out, we out to be lane and we league.
28,000 can't even get you can't even get half of it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. If you're drawing a pension, you're out. You collect two plus with the tournament and put in some.
Oh goodness.
No. Things in
Stay
this
in your lane,
place.
people.
Stay in lane. Can't say me looking out for y'all.
The steak is not for you.
Stay in lane.
You have only worked and labored, and your foreparents worked and labored this toil for us to get to where we are today. But the riches of the earth apparently is not for any of us
Yeah.
to enjoy, because I can assure you, you're not enjoying that.
When I saw some prices recently, I
Mm.
said it's true. They say, some things are an acquired taste. You gotta take your time. you know? uh-uh. Wasn't nice
Ah,
at all.
ah,
And they say something's an acquired taste. I understood.
mm.
It takes some time to acquire. We'll show it a bit. Don't worry. We
Taking
got
some
you.
time to acquire the taste.
Take some time to acquire the taste, folks.
Mm.
This country is changing, Judah.
You need to listen.
It's
I'm telling
changing.
you, you have to travel to understand
It's changing.
that the country is changing. You have to be sitting there, at your gate waiting to board the flight to come back home, and you're gonna look around you and be like, "No, these people ain't going to Guyana, man. No, I'm probably the wrong gate." You'll be
Yeah,
double checking, triple checking your gate number.
yeah.
'Cause You're gonna be thinking this is not your gate, but it's your gate, all right. The people coming, they come, they collect, they leave. We have to understand that there's a place for everyone, particularly in a developing country.
Yeah,
We have all the newfound resources and all of those things never before, but we have to be smart. We have to have smart leaders that actually make sure that Guyanese benefit from this. That's what we don't have.
yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah. Folks, a
Mm.
lot happening outside. We're gonna bring a couple of things across your table. Do let us know what you're having for lunch. What's the weather like where you are? And again, we really apologize. We couldn't be with you guys this morning. Circumstances beyond our control. We were holding. We were in a holding pattern. We were in a holding pattern, but things didn't turn out at all the way we wanted it to. So again, we give you our sincere apologies. We have we tender our sincere apologies, folks. We ain't like people waste me time. We ain't like waste people time like that. Let me just put it out there. Our apologies. We had folks from all over messaging us and very concerned and wondering where we were. And we're so privileged to be here this afternoon with you guys. So privileged to be here with you guys this afternoon. We know y'all can spend your time in so many other places. You can spend your time with bird nests, other folks, but you're here with us and we're privileged. We don't want to make light of that
What
at all.
type of bird?
The nest.
What type of bird builds a nest? I don't know. Like, different birds build different nests and stuff like that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Pigeon.
Like, what is that?
Pigeon. A pigeon wing bird.
Oh, goodness.
That's it for you?
Oh, my God. Listen, guys. What's going on? Who's having that signature steak there for lunch?
Who can afford it for?
Who's having that? Let me know in the comment section. Guys, don't go trying to impress nobody
No, no, no.
and starving
Impress.
yourself for the rest of the month. Okay? Let me just put out that warning. You
If
don't
I
go,
buy you,
young men, don't go out there trying to carry no girls on no date to that place. And when that girl pop, when they come and say, "Oh, may I take your order?" She said, "Oh, these signature steaks look good."
if I buy you that signature steak, is it a proposal or is it dinner? You better put a bone on your hand. It's a proposal. Will
Sure,
you?
say you better put that bone on your hand.
Think it's just so. So, folks, we there.
Glenn, Glennis says the
I said,
cuss board.
I say after a little while, I can carry three them for a little bite, I see she 10.5 little dessert. We put back all these extra today. Uh-uh. We must strong by the place.
Okay.
Boss, down the menu.
Mm.
I say, when I see some of the prices, I say, Willie, where's there for wash? Let me start there.
It's whole month you wash and wear a shirt
Willie, where's there for
because
wash?
minimum wage.
Yeah, that's
is
what I tell you. I hope by the time I come out from the kitchen, the first week, you change your mind. When we bust them prices, folks, when we saw the prices,
Oh gosh, oh goodness.
look, first thing, anywhere that you go in, that you can spend too much of time pronouncing these names,
It's not for you.
right?
Stay in your lane, people.
Contorni. Who is contorni now? Who or what is a contorni? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Now, Sarita being who she is, she she believed that the more exotic the name, the better the taste. She won the Wagyu.
You're saying it wrong.
She won the, what's the other word next to it? My eyes and to think these days. It's the ribeye?
Yes.
The Wagyu ribeye.
20 ounces.
This is which part of the dog? The wagyu. Wag. The wagyu. Oh, Gwyneth Anderson, you can buy the wagyu. Ayabo Natasha, you understand why the man dig the tunnel?
I got to Gavin's comment. Gavin's is a
In the
sensifoulness.
sense of foul. You understand why the man dig the tunnel? The man making sure you get the wagyu free. Well, the chef gonna bring the wagyu back in. The chef gotta be barking when he bring the wagyu. Now, when he bring the wagyu, you can't afford the plate at 70,000. You must. I can take it in Bahal. Don't worry, the plate and all. The wagyu, folks, is minimum wage, right? And folks, believe it or not, this was the fundraising for a slave trade, you know. This was the a fundraising for a slave. You know, for a slave fundraising tickets is real high. Well, the folks down by this place, we can outdo you.
We can show you.
We can show you for a slave. You think you're expensive? You think you do a price give me 50,000 and the wagyu? Am I calling it right?
You gotta go check with those people, Sharon.
I call it right?
I know it's called tennis roll, water flap. I can
Oh.
call those.
The wagyu. I call it. No, I sound to you, brother. Something like where you,
Oh goodness!
something like that.
I haven't said I'll have the gravy alone.
You got the gravy. No, if people said it's the gravy, it's really tasty. That we can't afford it.
You know, I think there's this movie, right? If I'm not mistaken, guys, just remind me if I'm making a mistake, just correct me. But I think the name is like "I'm gonna get you, sucker," like this movie, right? When the guy went, and he was like, "Can I have a rib?" The guy was giving him the price of the surf and a rib. He's like, "No, I want one rib."
One.
Like one.
Yeah. The price is hot, folks.
I'm gonna send you that link. You have to
Folks.
see it. Come on. I was like, "No, one rib."
Warning
And then
you.
he was like, when he wanted a drink, right? He's like, how much?
You want
How
drink
much
too?
for? How much for like one cup or like how much for one sip? I can't even remember. But he's like, could I get it in my hands?
What kind of friends you got, man? But folks is the wagyu or is the pig.
You see,
Maybe the
Margaret
Cecil.
Nelson says, Jarrett, you talking about the authentic dishes, tennis roll and a marby. Right now, I feel like I have Chinese and Coke. I don't know where you are.
That's it. We'll hit the spot right now.
Oh goodness, y'all ever check what members of parliament get? Listen, we gotta save up to be poor.
Yeah. That's it itself.
If you visit 2, 3 different communities to do your
No.
work, is money done. Good lord. It's tennis roll and cheese. If you're lucky, cheese a little expensive there.
No. When somebody offer you the wagyu, I don't know. This place think is run bush. I don't know.
Uh,
But the wagyu, folks, the
I want to
wagyu.
know what we're carrying it down with.
Mhm.
There gotta be
What, of course. Where you gonna have to? You want to interrupt the taste? You gotta let the wagyu, linger till the next morning.
Mm.
Just you want to take for drink? You better drink the gravy. Better drink the gravy. Be contented,
Oh good lord.
folks. When we see cost of living going up, we kid you not, right? The cost of living is going up in this country, and everybody have not been informed that all of us weren't given oil blocks.
Well, you see, right? I think when you go, because I'm looking at the menu and there are some prices that's like, like for example, mushrooms and herbs, $2,000, right? When you look at it, right? I'm getting the impression that if you were to order this signature steak, then you're going to be put in a signature steak room. You can't be dining. You can't be dining regular for those prices. That
No,
doesn't
no,
make
no.
you know. you have to have special reservations when you are going to have this signature steak, and so they're going to know that you're coming and purpose and all of that.
Yeah.
So you go when you're calling, guys. If you're calling, you gotta say, "I'm calling. I would like to make a reservation. I just got paid. I would like to make a reservation because I'm gonna just be spending my entire paycheck."
Ali wants me to take her there. Ali wants me to take her there.
Man, you said,
Yes, Ali. Yes. Yes.
yo,
Anything else?
yo, watch your weird someone.
Anything else I can do for
Mm.
you? But folks, if you think the Wagyu was it,
Oh,
well, the drinks was something else.
oh goodness, what's
The
going on with the
drinks, the
drink,
drinks,
Sharon?
the
Let me know.
drinks.
Let me know
You
what's going on
you
with.
tell us, Shula,
Oh goodness.
how the drinks looking for me.
Oh wow.
The
Hmm.
drinks prices are hot.
I don't understand it. I'm not an alcoholic. Let me just
Yeah,
start
it's a
there.
good thing. It's a good thing.
You know, I
You gotta give up.
I seldom consume alcohol.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm looking. All right,
yeah.
all right. Well, I see they have the 10-year old. Okay, let me see.
So,
Okay, so they have some
it's a
prices.
young children, for goodness best.
I don't know what's going on there, but never. Okay, so they have prices for bottles and so. Okay. Oh, Hennessy, different shirt.
How's your Hennessy there?
Hennessy
I
X,
brace it myself. I brace it over.
Hennessy XO, $90,000 a bottle. I mean, you
A
just got
Hennessy
us.
what?
That's what it says here.
All right. Let
Hennessy
me ask you
XO.
a
Guys,
question.
listen
You
to me.
know,
I don't drink, so I don't. This doesn't bother me one bit.
I know you lived up a little bit
Who?
once in a while, Judah.
No, I
So
don't.
let me ask you this question. Like how things is hard now, right?
Hmm.
Let's say I get a bottle of Hennessy,
Let me hear
XO.
this. Uh-huh.
Now, if it breaks, I could carry this in the pawn shop.
I think you probably can carry it and just get sealed right here at this
I can carry
restaurant.
it in the pawn shop and say, hold on to this Hennessy XO. I can take a 40,000.
Guys, the people are courteously saying that stay in your lane, stay your broke self over there. Don't come over here with the broke pockets. I don't know how else to say it. Like the people saying, this is not for you. The people saying that yes, we understand that this resource in this country that your foreparents has toiled to get and to make sure it get to the point where it's at right now. They're saying that we understand all that, but we come here, we collecting the money, we're gonna spend lavishly, we're gonna left you with your $7,000 minimum wage, and we're gonna go back. That's what's going on there. Well, you see, I'm actually happy. Like when I'm looking at the price of Hennessy right now and so forth, I'm like, this is a good reason why I don't.
Yeah.
Probably that's the reason why I really don't drink.
So we're following the cost of living, folks. And it's not easy. We're following the cost of living, and some folks had a couple of things to say about the cost of living.
Mhm.
As captured by Starbucks News, they've been running a piece, the cost of living in Guyana, the impact on people. They have the fourth edition out today, the comments of people in the street, what they've been saying. And cost of living high, right? So we ain't seen Wagyu we table in a long time.
How much you pay for a Heineken shirt or a Banks beer?
Sorry,
No, I'm very serious because I'm looking at the price here and I'm seeing like Heineken $1,000, Banks beer $700.
like, what? If that's the case? Is that is that a single bottle or that's the case? Uh, let us know. It's a single.
Guinness is $1,000,
Wow.
right?
Folks, and why while Hennessy and Guinness and Heineken is Mr.
Sharon,
Hennessy, Guinness and Heineken.
Sharon, reach me by the seawall. I'm gonna
Yeah, yeah.
introduce you to a guy who got a cooler.
Mhm.
Sorry.
We do something. We do something. We fix up. Money got back. So
Ah,
while that's happening there, you remember, did you remember
mhm.
you had some um
Lyndon Jones, the Banks is $400. Thank you, Lyndon Jones. I would not know. Like I literally, I'm telling people, I probably had one
but
beer in my
$400
entire
still
life.
sound very expensive.
I would not like the price of beer and alcohol just really doesn't bother me. I don't have a problem if they raise
Yeah,
the price of Coke. Like,
yeah. Then we worried.
like why would I protesting?
Then we changing government like that. But that being said, you all don't remember Barbados sent us some blackberry sheep.
Mm,
Now I remember when them sheep come, right? I said if them sheep slip up, I'd make a mess of them sheep.
Oh my goodness, sir. You did not say that.
Them ship
You had to get a policeman
them
to
ship
help you.
them ship the fat, right? Them ship the thick.
Mm,
Good meat. This mutton is from sheep, right?
mm,
Folks, we in a rough spot. We in a rough spot. I think we should give back Barbados the sheep.
mm.
Right? This is the black belly sheep currently. I don't
Where's
know
the
if
belly?
somebody I don't know if somebody is
I
a
think.
man tunneling way inside the sheep and thief and all the meat or what. But them sheep didn't come like this.
Mm, mm, mm,
Right?
mm.
Them sheep didn't come like this, folks. And we're doing it, I read here, we share with our audience that a guy from Barbados told them to make a mistake, send them sheep together. And Guyana, let's tunnel,
No, this is serious though.
you know.
Animal rights
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
be
yeah.
stepping in on this. That's a mess. Like
Folks, the black belly sheep not doing so well.
missed the whole belly. I've not seen the sheep. I'm
You,
so
it's the
serious.
backbone sheep.
I'm dead serious. You
It's the
literally
backbone
can't
sheep.
see the belly of the sheep. Like
Candy, I don't know what happened here. Margaret said the sheep got warm. I'm not a vet. I'm not too certain. Could be, you know. Amanda Daniels,
but
Lois
even the one
McKenzie.
that's on right like right there on the ground next to it, you can see the rib cage. Like what's going on there.
Yeah, it's the black rib sheep.
I told you guys, I sat right here on
Yeah,
this very podcast and I
right here.
said that if we have an issue because they're going to bring these things in and then they do not have an infrastructure mechanism in place that would actually sustain the project and it's just going to go by the wayside. I sat here and I told you we had so much discussion on this matter. I said the issue that they continue to have is that they just look at the surface to see at the initial stages of these agreements who could get a good kickback and so forth, and then they don't look at actually having a fixed proper structure in place that's actually going to sustain these projects. That's what we're seeing right now. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Mm,
Yep. So this is the current position of the black belly sheep, folks.
mm.
And it's very, very sad. And I just say let's give back to the black belly sheep and we just call a call this one a draw.
A draw, those Barbados, to my understanding, has already benefited from this transaction. That's why I said we need to make sure that it's value for money because we can't be having things go along the way in which it's going right now. What are you going to say about this? A lot of times projects go through like this, and you see the big headlines and all of that, and nobody checks up on how it's going. The how it's going part is always the issue, and apparently this is going horribly. Like it's a mess.
Horribly, horribly wrong. That's the position with the black belly sheep, folks.
You know how many things I tell you guys that it come to light, and
You're a
I
prophet.
can say that I tell you
You're a
so.
prophet.
I'm telling you. Mm.
Yeah, if I
Some people
listen to
would say I
you,
got black tongue, right?
if I listen to you more often, I'll live a happier life.
I'm telling. I need to listen to my damn self.
Yeah. But lest we forget, folks, them boys come back. Them
Mm,
boys are back. Least we forget.
that was a horrible image.
Lest we forget. The black belly sheep not doing so well. Good
Mm,
folks. I told you about that feature that Cyber News is running. How the cost of living hitting people. This type of news word, hitting people. It's not touching you.
mm.
How they hitting you.
It's knocking you out cold.
How the cost of living hitting people.
TKO, total knockout. That's how it's hitting you.
You can read the entire feature in Starbucks News. Giving them a good shout out there. Guys, we like y'all. And one of the persons they spoke to is a young lady called Urmila Ramlal.
Hmm.
Urmila Ramlal. And she said the cost of living right now high. The past couple of days, everything has been rising, especially grocery. Right now, I'm working to survive.
Mm.
I can't get any luxury time out, which means she can get Wagyu.
Mm.
I can't. Right now, I'm working to survive.
Mm.
Or words, I can't get any luxury time out, any luxury time to go out.
Yeah, that is not even.
So she's
Speaking of
having
that,
Wednesday Pro,
she's not getting any time at all. She's working round the clock. That's what she's
right?
saying.
No time out to have fun because I'm working. I'm not working for enough money that could allow me to have that luxury since the cost of living is high right now. She said, I don't know who can help and what the government can do to change it. Maybe the prices for items could be a little bit lower and salary a little bit higher. One of the two will do. So everyone can have a stable life where people can have time to work, study, and time to spend with family, while the cost of living is affordable to them. For instance, she says, I noticed for the past couple of weeks, milk carries a different price in the market. First, the regular milk used to be 4.80 a pound, 5.60 a pound. Now it is sold for 6.80 a pound. Formula Ramalala is captured by Sabbath News. She goes on to say, and that's just the regular milk. That's just the regular milk, she says, not foreign leaf. Foreign leaf is Wagyu in the milk world. She says regular milk is not foreign leaf.
I think it's 7 something per pound for some
She
of
says
them.
it has other milks that is expensive. I just go with what I can afford. The government should do something to help people who have a basic work with low salary, at least to buy groceries, and not only to work alone, but to enjoy life as well. You see, she wants a little Wagyu.
No, but she's the point she's making of milk is a very serious point,
Yeah.
because we have to consider that we have families out there with toddlers, that milk is extremely essential to making sure that their bodies are healthy and strong, the development of them all together. It's absolutely crazy that we know for certain we have the minimum wage at what it is. You can't live. Basically, persons are left to starve on that, and persons there with little babies not being given any subsidies or anything of that sort, because the government seems to love to give handout and all of that. But the things that they should be addressing, they're not even looking at. They're not looking at it at all. But she's looking at it very seriously when it comes to milk prices. It's crazy. But the basic, the biggest takeaway from what she said is, she basically said they need to do something to lower the cost of living or to increase your salaries. Everybody understands the basic of it. Everybody knows that.
Correct is right. So, folks, we commend this feature in Sabbath News, how the cost of living hitting people. And this is part 4. And they always have some very interesting comments.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Always got some very, very interesting comments, believe it or not. Yesterday we talked about this event over the weekend in Brooklyn, where we had the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, saying that she was disturbed by some of the things she heard, and she's going to lobby her other colleagues and so on. And together they're going to lobby the government of the United States of America to do something about what she's been hearing in Guyana. Right? That's what they said. We can do something about this problem. We can fix this problem. Right? We can bring some attention to this problem. Just in case you haven't had a chance to see that presentation as yet, here is Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, and we'll have some commentary on the other side.
Let me hear you. Dish James.
Oh, sit down. Hello, Guyana. Oh, you can do better than that. Hello, Guyana. Let them hear you back in Guyana. Hello, Guyana. Let them know you will not tolerate racism. Hello, Guyana. Let them know you won't tolerate corruption. Hello, Guyana. Let them know that you believe in democracy. Hello, Guyana. Let them know that you believe in fair elections. Come on, Guyana. Let them hear you roar. I'll sit down. To my colleagues in government, my sisters in government, Council Member Joseph, and of course, my Guyanese sister, Assemblywoman Alicia Hyman, and to my brother from another mother, Rickford Burke, who I just want you to know how special he is. He calls all of us. He has all of the elected officials on a group email, a group text. And if you don't respond, he shouts you out and he'll, how come you didn't respond, Hakeem? How come you didn't respond, Tish? Where are you, Yvette? Where are you, Alicia? And this is what he does. And he keeps texting you until you respond. It's sort of like harassment, but it's okay. Because he and I go way back. I've known him for over 15, 20 years, and I consider him my brother from another mother. So give it up for Rickford Burke, who's truly a leader in this community, and I respect him. And the day is guests, and to all of you. Listen, like Council Member Joseph, I came here to listen, but what I heard is very disturbing, extremely disturbing. And so my comments, I stand and reaffirm the comments of my brother, Congressmember Jeffries. The United States will not tolerate racism in Guyana or any other country. And I also want the officials to know that if any harm comes to Rickford Burke, let me say that again. If any harm comes to Rickford Burke or anyone on this dais or anyone in this room, there'll have to be answers. We will immediately demand answers, and I can tell you that someone will be held accountable for those actions. And for those who are in Guyana and for those officials who don't know me, my name is Letitia James, and whether you're in the White House or the State House means nothing to me. I fear no one other than my God. And courage is a requirement of this position. Every elected official requires courage and requires having a steel in your backbone. And so I believe in democratic institutions, and I believe that Guyana needs strong democratic institutions, and I will defend that. And I will abhor any discrimination or racism of any people, particularly people from the African diaspora. We have also in this country, we have attempted to root out corruption. We've attempted to address issues of poverty, and we're not perfect in this country. We still know that there are individuals who unfortunately live in poverty, and we call them out. You see, we believe in the First Amendment in our Constitution, the right to free speech, the right to journalism. Journalists should have free and fair, the ability to report whatever they seek without any interruption. We believe that discrimination should be called out. We believe that racism should be called out. We try to call out class struggles as well. And so all that I have to say is the following, is that I, again, will, along with my Democratic attorney generals across the country, will be calling upon DOJ, Department of Justice, as well as the Biden administration, and to look into the allegations that have been put forth this evening. We are obviously concerned about any destabilizing force on Guyana, and clearly all of the allegations that have been made this evening suggest that there are problems and that they need to be looked at. They need to be examined, and that we cannot ignore it. We can't put blinders on when people are struggling. And that people of African ancestry should not be treated like second and third class citizens. Not in this country or any other country. And so I just truly want to thank all of you for allowing me to say a few words, but Rickford said it best. We've got the power in our hands. The power to vote in Guyana and the power to vote here. And as you know, in just 8 days, we'll have an election here, and we cannot go backwards. We will not go backwards. And there are forces out there that are trying to deceive you. And what we've got to do together is to make sure that our streets are safe, remove the guns off the streets of New York and Brooklyn and all throughout the state of New York, address the issue of inflation, come together, again, file actions against bad landlords who unfortunately are taking advantage of tenants. Make sure that we protect marginalized and vulnerable populations, and that anyone who is the victim of a business and or a corporation who thinks that they can take advantage of individuals simply because of their class or their race. As the Attorney General, that is my responsibility and that is my duty. And I join with you today, again, expressing my concerns with regards to all that I have heard this evening. And I will join with you and stand with you and march with you and fight for you to stand and defend your rights. I use the law both as a sword and as a shield. And I will use the powers of my office to stand up and fight on behalf of the Guyana people. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
That's it, folks. That's it. You heard it. You heard it. And we told you to expect a response from the PPP. We told you to expect a response. But them boys saying this morning that the officials there, the politicians in New York, the local politicians, they were tricked in Brooklyn. They were deceived in Brooklyn. That's what the PPP is saying. The politicians in New York, the local politicians, in the event in Brooklyn over the weekend, this was a town hall diaspora meeting, Guyanese diaspora town hall meeting in Brooklyn, organized and executed by the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy, that's in New York. And then by saying the officials were tricked, they were deceived, Charita. Yep. You know, when people speak and they benefit, it's all well and good.
Did they not have a meeting in New York to clarify their positions on what's going on here?
I thought so.
I thought so too. So
I
why
thought
are they
so.
upset now that other voices are being heard?
Because other voices must not be heard.
But that's the problem that they have.
Other voices must not be heard. That's what they want. Other voices must not be heard. Sad to say.
Yep. They had their opportunity to go and speak. They went. The details of those meetings were very much a secret. I can say that. But when meetings are had and persons publicly express what is going on here and how they feel about it and all of that, now they're running scared basically because people listen. Elected officials listen. In different countries, elected officials listen. This is one of the only countries that you would scream to the top of your lung, and the elected officials absolutely do not care at all about what is going on with you.
True. True and correct. True and correct. So we're following it, folks. We know it's nonsense, the regime talking. We know it's foolishness. But we got to pay attention to it. And nonetheless, that's the business of politics. That is the business of politics. Right? We see another report in which Teixeira says, this late last night, they're up late. You remember when Angel promised sleepless nights, like the OB backfire?
That is so true.
The OB backfire. Late last night, they see a statement. The OB backfire. I saw news source carry one headline that says, Teixeira rubbishes claim of discrimination. Teixeira is head in the sand like the ostrich. Head in the sand like the proverbial ostrich.
What she declared is even more astonishing. She declares that the country is being managed in an effective and transparent way. There's absolutely no resemblance of effective or transparent when it comes to the management of this country by the PP administration. They got and void every policy of transparency.
Correct is right.
right? That is something that they've been known for. We even spoke about the bill, that fateful night in December that they took the Natural Resource Fund bill to the National Assembly there and just did the most with it. They gutted every aspect of transparency from that, right? As it is right now, Guyanese don't even know what the monies that they're withdrawing would be used for. So Mr. Shearer, with all her years and years and years in politics, need to take several seats with that, right? There's
Yeah,
so much that you can
yeah,
defend, but you cannot come to Guyanese at this point in time and expect them to swallow this pill that you're trying to force down their throat.
yeah.
It's absolute
You know, if we've
nonsense.
been governed in a democratic and transparent, an effective and transparent way, whatever happened to the Redford report
Mm,
on the oil and gas industry? Whatever happened to the Redford report? Whatever happened to the RSS report on the investigation by the RSS into the allegations made by Sergeant Dion Bascom? Whatever happened to that? And we're being governed in a transparent way, right? Why? A reporter asks for little information from the Ministry of Housing.
mm.
You got to go to the Commissioner of Information. He sent it to the office of the President. Oh, that's how transparent?
Yeah, the PvP does not know transparency if it just bite them
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
face,
yeah,
in the
yeah,
face.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
So
big issue.
those are some of the things that we're grappling with. Gail
Mm,
the Sheriff said their administration, their regime,
mm,
effective and transparent. Wow.
mm. I think they like I could not think they have perfected the art. I keep saying it, of propaganda, particularly when it comes to saying the right thing, but going and do something completely opposite to what they say. And that's how they've been operating for a while because
That's like
it
earphone
looks
and the
good.
cricket pads.
It looks good to go on
Upside
record
down, the
saying
upside
this.
down.
It makes a good headline, makes for a good article if you say this. The black belly sheep coming into the country looks good when you say this. But when it actually comes down to what they're doing, you understand the process, and they have no structure in place. And it's not just that they have no structure, even in the cases that they attempt to put structure, they always find a political lackey to go and put to manage the systems and the projects
Always.
that don't have a bit of technical knowledge and know-how of how to go about it. And it will fail. People is their own worst enemy. They are their own worst enemy.
I think Brenda Braffitt puts it correctly when she says that the longest rope got to end, Rita.
Mm.
The longest rope got to end. I think she puts it in perspective there.
Yeah.
Longest rope got to end.
She's correct. She's absolutely correct.
Absolutely. Is it Jane Singh who says the poor getting poorer? Good to see Eula London on the
Hmm.
live as well. Lots happening, folks. Lots and lots of stuff happening. Again, we offer you our unreserved apology for not having a program this morning. We know how many of you folks expect our programs, and we're so privileged by that. But before we go, Jarita, before we wrap up this podcast today,
I feel like we just started.
you've been talking about what's happening in the oil and gas sector, you know, and it's not good stewardship by the PP at all. It's not any good stewardship by the PP. We saw Dr. What's his name? Help me, Jarita.
Dr. Adams, I
Dr.
think, was
Vincent Adams
out
was right there.
there just doing Dr. Adams. Like I've told persons before, I hold no reservations to how I comment on Dr. Adams. He is the expert, when it comes to
Yep.
these matters. Like he is the one
Not
that I
fake
would
expert.
no.
Expert,
He
expert.
he is recognized at the international level. This is not somebody that is a political lacquer, and he's the technically sound professional when it comes to this particular sector. He knows what he speaks of. And I did say, I think he did put out a challenge to Byron Jagdeo to, debate him. Go one on one. And he even said that Jagdeo should bring a couple people himself, to back him up. But I didn't hear the
Genuine Guyana.
I didn't hear the mass and
Oh,
nothing,
oh,
you know.
oh, oh, I see. Well, Dr. Adams says quite recently, he says that ExxonMobil is ruthlessly taking advantage of a slack government. Ruthlessly taking advantage of a slack government. There's been a report that ExxonMobil's earning recently outstripped its earning historically. It was the largest of its earning, thanks to Guyana. Right? That came to mind when I saw this. ExxonMobil ruthlessly taking advantage of Guyana. Ruthlessly taking advantage. And you know, a lot of folks want to go and work in the oil and gas sector. A lot of folks want to go work. I get some horror stories there. Them boys said the folks who come from overseas and their pay look different. Look quite different. They're not even treated the same in other aspects of their work life. They're not treated the same. Even though they might be holding sometimes the same position, the pay and the general treatment leaves much to be desired. So them boys carry me to the bank, you know, cleaning we clock. That's the point Dr. Adams is raising here. Ruthlessly. And we told you folks who joined us yesterday morning, for instance, Starbuck News editorial talked about how, you know, we should have had a better production sharing agreement of 2016 if we felt better was needed. But the folks who campaigned on that, Chirita, vote for we, and we're going to show you what good deal is. We can go and renegotiate 2 years, 2.5 years after. Them boys don't do nothing, Chirita. Then do nothing. Dr. Vincent Adams make the point. Folks listening to us today, ExxonMobil ruthlessly taking advantage of a slack government, taking advantage of us, ruthlessly, Chirita. You know?
I think you said it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, when you said them boys find a Paku.
Yeah. ExxonMobil fund a Paku and the bus in the back every day. Bus in the back. But more than that, we saw David Patterson also in the press calling on the government to table its gas to energy agreements. Table its gas to energy agreements in the Parliament of Guyana. Put them up for scrutiny. Why is he saying that? When Gail Teixeira saying that they are effective and transparent.
Transparent, right? Just imagine.
Effective and transparent. But a member of parliament got to be begging them, the transparent people, Team Transparency, to bring the oil, or rather bring the gas to energy agreements to the National Assembly. And if it what itself, if it what the oil, it's going to stand up to the scrutiny. But we're waiting. Just like that challenge Dr. Adams laid down for Jaglio, we out here waiting still. We are outside waiting. That's the kind of country we live in, you know. Everything you gotta beg for, and there has never been a more secretive administration and regime like the PPP. Never.
That's their blueprint, actually, you know. I think that's their blueprint.
Secrecy.
Yeah.
Backdoor.
Under the table.
Under the table.
Sweep it under the rug.
Side of the house.
That's a PPP. That's even their internal election, Sharon.
Mercurial.
Let's not.
That's the folks. Very, very mercurial. So, Exxon folks, ruthlessly, and Dr. Adams, as Rita says, is the expert. If he says so, it's so.
That's how I
Professional.
see it. Yep.
Not these folks. What's the purpose of the EPA? What's the EPA? It's supposed to be the Environmental Protection Agency, but they seem to be the ExxonMobil Protection Agency. They're supposed to be looking out for the interests of Guyanese, but it has not been so.
I think Harris had a good illustration there today that depicts it all, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That these guys, the administration should be the regulator. No, there's the cheerleader. With the pom-poms on in Starbuck News caricature of what's happening in the oil and gas sector. You gotta beg them for the gas to energy agreement. You gotta beg them to audit ExxonMobil. You gotta beg them for Guyanese to get what is due to them. Do you remember what was in the oil and gas sector? A woman was burnt on the job. Then by say they can't do nothing. Hamilton then said they can't do nothing. The lady had to carry them to court and won that matter. Was a Ministry of Labor. Was a Ministry of Labor. Hamilton was labor. What a waste. What a house slave in Hamilton. And the folks who got to type this to take it back to HQ, make sure you capture it correctly. What a house slave. You got it in Hamilton, Joe Hamilton, Pillory Joe. Such a house slave. What a waste. He know about labor. Hamilton know about labor. Give us a break. Folks, we got a role to keep pressing these guys, pressing them. And we can do it. We can press them. Press and pressure these folks. We can do it. Press and pressure. Bring pressure to bear. And I really want to thank Rickford Burke and his team for doing what they're doing out there in the diaspora, making the presence felt, lobbying the folks there in New York and in Washington, making the arguments, Jurida, making the arguments on behalf of all Guyanese, on behalf of all Guyanese people, making the arguments.
You know, Rickford and team has been doing an extraordinary job and to make sure that the persons there in the diaspora keep abreast of what is going on here in Guyana. And persons, I think people underestimate the power of information sharing. A lot of times, you know, persons want to see a little bit more aggression and so forth. This is the information age. This time is not like a long time, you know.
It's been a long time.
Access to information is the most powerful weapon out there right now. And I have to say that Rickford has been doing his part. And I know also I see Irv in Washington. They're also doing a tremendous job. They are just fighting the cause over there in the diaspora. They're not like so many other persons that just left these shores and just forgot that where they came from and that they have families back here and all of that, you know. And I have to say, like Sherrod, you have been doing a tremendous job yourself at keeping the information out there. And I always have to give kudos to you because I know you don't like it, but I still do it anyway. So we have to continue to we have to continue to have the information circulate, particularly credible information. There is nothing that beats propaganda more than putting the actual credible information out there. That's the only way you can do it. We cannot allow the people to be able to be going out there with propaganda and for us not to actually counter and defeat that with the right, correct information as we do every single day. So guys, you've been doing your part, we've all been doing our part, and we have to continue.
Yep.
Strong words coming from
Folks,
the
believe it or not, this month is 2 years since we've been out here.
Yes, no, Sherrod.
This month is 2 years, November, since we started our efforts to bring credible and valid information to the Guyanese people. And we've developed from just an In the Ring program to a podcast to a morning show, all aimed at bringing you guys credible and valid information. And we want to encourage you, folks. We got a lot of bills from last month to get through. And then we got November month watching us. Right? We know you're going to offer some kind words. And we welcome them. And we're thankful for them. But send us a contribution that's going to be even more impactful in moving the work forward. You want to say happy anniversary? Do with a contribution to our program. And I know lots of you probably think you need to get some astronomical sum of money. And folks, every cent, me cent and you, the cent can add up. We get 2 cents. And it helps you move things forward.
Yep, that is true.
2 years we've been out here. You know we're good stewards. We didn't just land and say, trying to pull up faster than anybody. Every cent keeps our program going. We got Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. We're available also via MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union. Right on YouTube, you can contribute directly from YouTube. The $ sign at the bottom of the YouTube comments, click that, and they can tell you all you need to know. Right from YouTube. So we got Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. Send us a contribution as we celebrate our 2nd anniversary all month and help us to be out here another year. It's going to go a long way. Thanks for your support and your love and your generosity.
As always.
As always.
As always.
As always.
As you Brenda Bratt was saying, thanks to you, Sharon.
2 years. We
Don't worry,
outside.
Sharon more than me.
2 years.
Sharon does
Is
this 3 times a day, you know.
Gotta do it, gotta push your body.
3 times a day.
Push your body.
Them boys will send out somebody every now and again to try to counsel with the program. They do it for 2 mornings. Then they realize the difficulty and the amount of work that it takes to get it done. Then they tuck in back. They send out.
They tuck in. They
then
tuck
they send
in.
out somebody else, you know.
Yeah.
And then, like,
And
you
some-
remember, like
Some run
sometimes.
out, some swim out.
Sometimes they try to do it at 8 o'clock, then they
Yeah.
say, nah, this ain't working. So then
Yeah.
they push to 8:30, then say,
Yeah.
the work is.
You gotta protect your mental health. It's business, you know.
It's only
Yeah, you know
only the boy
We're not
Anil.
listening to boredness.
Anil, right? Your boy Anil,
Tell us.
right? Twist tie, right? He's the only smart one. My boy to start 7 o'clock. He said he's not gonna be in this competition.
You need to run it.
He's not gonna be a part of this.
You need to run it.
He's gonna be.
Folks, thank you for your love and your generosity. Thank you for being here with us program after program. That's the fuel
It's a relationship, you know.
that keeps us going.
This is a 2-year relationship.
Yeah.
We're in it for the long haul now.
Yeah,
We can't
we're
be
in it-
2
yeah,
years
yeah.
in and
No, this is a
and
marriage
play it.
show. This is a marriage.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
we
Engagement
taking
party
divorce.
done, you know.
We ain't taking divorce. We working through your ups and downs. We ain't taking divorce.
Whatever it is, we're here, you know.
Yeah.
I see sometimes we got all sort of side chick hustling coming on the side, you know,
Yeah.
in the comment section, trying to broke up the
No.
home. So-
I stay with you, old girl. I stay with you, old girl. You hear me? I stay with you, old girl, Ivan Ramasar. Claire Capel, stay with you, old girl. Cheryl Pancham. Cheryl says the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Thank
that.
you so
I
much for
take them
that.
as spirit, Cheryl. I
Mm.
take them as spirit. Joyce Van Kooten. I there with you, old girl.
You know the boys
Brenda,
thing.
I ain't going no way.
You know the boys thing they had.
Right.
Sharda, I say this to you from the bottom of my heart. You know, this month makes 2 years, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. Them boys went in when you see Irfan took the oath in 2020. Them boys said we got them. This thing we got it locked.
Yeah.
They ain't got no trouble. They never
Yeah.
saw you coming.
Yeah.
They did not see you coming.
Yeah, fun out here looking tin though.
They did not see you coming. When they said,
Yeah.
when I just said they're gonna have sleepless nights, he did not
He
see
didn't
you
know.
coming. He
Prophetic.
did not see you coming.
Looking
Sharon, you have.
tin. Looking
Sharon,
tin.
give me a high five.
Five.
I
Take
see
that.
this is 2 years
I
of
think you
giving
missed a
them.
little bit.
2 years of giving them sleepless nights.
Get them hell.
Listen,
Elena Braffett.
these people have to watch your show from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And when 9 o'clock concludes, they have to go and devise a strategy to deal with what you said.
Yeah, with the morning. Except for this morning. Except for this morning. But folks, we can only get better. That's what we aim to do. You know, practicing excellence in your little way. That's it, folks. Partner with us. Such a small piece. You know, we say it here locally, colloquially, in the vernacular. Send me a small piece. We got some expenses from last month to take care of. And we're going into this month and into this new year of these programs.
Sheila Boy, I say give them
Loud and
hell,
outside.
Sharon.
Loud and outside. Thank you, folks. Errol Pratt said, we there, we there, we there. That's it. We there, we there, we there, folks. That's it. Thanks for joining us. See you guys back this evening.
See you guys back at 8.
That's
in
going
the
to do
ring.
it for us.
I'll be there in the comment section, don't worry.
That's going to do it for us, folks. Take care.